Today I'm going to be showing you guys this 7'1" stretch big that gets Hall of Fame Bulldozer, which lets you run right through people. But not only that, but you also have Hall of Fame Immovable Enforcer, which is going to let you stop anything that makes contact with you. But not only this, you're also going to be able to dribble on the perimeter on a 7'1" stretch big. But you can also play elite defense on this build and get crazy chase down blocks coming out of nowhere. But you are also getting a stretch big that can make any shot on the court. But with all of that out of the way, guys, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this 7'1" bulldozing stretch big on NBA 2K24. And I'm also going to be showing you guys what badges you need to use on this build. And speaking of badges, you can check all of the threshold unlock requirements for specific badges on NBA2KLabs.com for free. Although this site has many free features that you can use, I highly recommend that you get their premium subscription using code Joey to get 20% off at checkout. All right, so let's actually make this build. You're going to have to make it at the center position. Height is going to be 7'1", weight 242 pounds with a 7'1" wingspan. Now, starting things off with the finishing, you're going to get a 71 close shot, which is enough for fast twitch on bronze. Now, if you want to make this build with a higher close shot, you absolutely can, but I usually don't mash in the paint, and I usually don't go for post hooks as well. I'm usually more of a post fade type of guy, so I went with a higher mid-range instead of a higher close shot. And then when it comes to the driving layup, we're going with an 80, which will get you Pro Touch on Hall of Fame as well as Slithery on silver. And you're also going to get badges like Scooper and Float Game on gold, which are essential badges to use when you're using layup. And one thing I do want to point out, the reason that I upgraded the layup all the way to an 80 was because with Bulldozer, you're actually going to get that badge to activate way more often when going for layup attempts, which is why we upgraded our driving layup so high. And then our driving dunk is going to be a 60. Our standing dunk is going to be an 81, which will get us the basic big man standing contact dunks as well as silver riser. We're also going to get an 85 post control, which is going to get us post fade phenom on Hall of Fame on this 7'1" stretch big. All right, so let's take a look at some of these finishing clips right here. We're in the post. We're hitting it with the post hop fake into the up and under, count it and one. And that's the type of stuff that you could do on this build. And now he's playing super high. We're driving into the lane, going for the floater, and that is an easy bucket. Now, one big thing that I really do want to point out as we're going through the rest of today's video is that we are playing in every single game mode on this build. We're playing in rec, we're playing in park, we're playing in 3v3 pro-am. So just understand, when you are using this build, it is viable in every single game mode. Playing rec with the homies, we're up big, and I go for this floater from all the way out at the free throw line, and it goes in. And again, I only have an 80 driving layup, but once you put that layup timing on, you have Pro Touch maxed out, you can hit stuff like that pretty consistently. And floaters are just something I really like to have in my bag, especially once I blow past my defender and I have a free lane to the basket, because this is something that a defender cannot block. And now here's the final clip. We're gonna hit him with a hop shot fake into the up and under again, and that is game. And now we're gonna move on to the shooting, where you see we can get a 93 mid-range shot as well as an 86 3-point shot on this build. Now, this is going to get you access to a lot of really good badges, and this is actually the tallest height where you can make a build that gets catch and shoot on Hall of Fame with that 93 mid-range shot. You're also going to get Hall of Fame Midi Magician, Gold Blinders, Gold Deadeye, Gold Claymore, Hall of Fame Open Looks, Hall of Fame Post Fade Phenom, as we mentioned earlier. The number of shooting badges that you get on this build just go on and on and on, and once you have all those badges maxed out, you can hit pretty much every single shot you could imagine. And let's start off with the shooting highlights, and just like last time, we're starting out in the post, hitting it with the Kobe Bryant post hop shot. You guys know that is my bread and butter, and again, this is a build that is an elite shooter, and you can shoot consistently on the hash. And if you want to test your deep range, again, you do get bronze limitless range on this build. I understand that that's not super great, but considering you're 7'1", the fact that you can even get access to this badge is pretty nice. You know, again, with the shooting, man, it is just absolutely insane. You can shoot over people, you can shoot contested, you can shoot off the dribble right here, taking screens, going into the corner. We're dribbling on this 7'1" too, which is absolutely insane. And we're gonna knock down those easy shots at the top of the key. But now let's move on to some of the pro-am highlights here. We're playing with Laker Fan and AK. We're taking a guy off the dribble in the corner into the step back mid-range shot. You know that is in my bag. And even though I'm 7'1" and I don't get access to Space Creator, we can still take those type of shots. And like I said, man, this build is elite when it comes to shooting. Next play right here, getting the ball in the post. Now look at the combos, look at the moves. Post spin hezzy into the behind the back, into the step back midi once again. God, that combo is insane. I'm doing it on a 7'1" right here. Shot clock's low, post hop shot. Where is he? It's open. That's a center on me, jumping at me from the side, and he's not even getting a look. He's not getting a contest at all on my shot. And that's just what happens when you have the amount of shooting badges that I do, man. Listen, I got gold Deadeye, gold blinders. It's gonna be hard to get a contest on my shot, but look at this shot right here from half court. Bang, that goes in. But now let's move on to the playmaking. With the playmaking, we're going to get a 77 pass accuracy, which will get you break starter on silver, as well as a bronze needle threader badge. Also going to have a 65 ball control, which will be enough to get animations like Giannis Antetokounmpo signature size up, as well as Kawhi Leonard's regular and aggressive breakdown combos. And you're also going to have a 49 speed with ball, which will let you get big driver on silver with this build. Now listen, let's take a look at some of these playmaking highlights, and listen, even though you only have a 77 pass accuracy, you can still make a lot of really great passing plays. As you see right here, this break starter is actually going crazy, even though it is only on silver. But, you know, I really do like the 77 pass accuracy. It's going to be serviceable. It's going to be just enough to get what you need to get done when it comes to playmaking. It's not elite like the 87 pass accuracy or 86 pass accuracy for gold break starter, and it's not in that next level of categories like the 92 pass accuracy for the Hall of Fame break starter, but it is solid, it is serviceable. And look at this, we are just bullying this kid in the post. They send some help D, and we dot the wide open corner for the easy catch and shoot. And now let's move on to the defense, man. Listen, you're gonna get an 82 interior defense, which will be enough for post move lockdown on silver, a maxed out perimeter defense, a 27 steal, an 87 block, which will get you anchor on silver, a 85 defensive rebound, which will get you gold box out beast, as well as silver rebound chaser. Now, I did not upgrade the steal on this build because, one, you do not get bronze interceptor with a 60 steal. There's no way to get a 60 steal on this build with the minimum wingspan. And secondly, I do not think steal rating is worth it on bigs this year. Anything defensive this year is very expensive to upgrade, and not only that, but low steal ratings don't get passing lane steals like they do last year. When you have bronze interceptor, you're still not going to get a whole lot of passing lane steals with that 60 steal rating. So I don't even think it's worth upgrading because it's just too costly on a big, and it's not even going to be a worthwhile investment. All right, so now looking at these defensive highlights, you're going to be able to stop alley-oop attempts just like that right there. And not only that, but when you're in the paint, it is all yours. You're going to be able to stop everything that comes in the paint, whether you play hands-up defense, whether you go for blocks. You're just going to be dominant down there. And like I mentioned earlier on in this video, defense is a very expensive attribute to upgrade this year, and I think 87 block is the perfect sweet spot when it comes to defense. You're going to be able to get really good block animations. I think it's just pretty much about the same quality of defensive gameplay that you could get whether you're using silver anchor or gold anchor. So I recommend just going with the silver anchor with the 87 block instead of trying to go all the way up to a 92 block. And now let's talk about the physicals on this build. And yes, this is something I actually need to talk about, and I normally do not do this in this video, but there's one big thing I do need to talk about, which is that 96 strength. Now that is going to get you access to Hall of Fame immovable enforcer as well as Hall of Fame bulldozer. Now the best way that I can describe immovable enforcer is basically when anybody has to go through you to do something, they're going to be stopped dead in their tracks. Whether that's something down low in the paint when they have to go up for a close shot or a standing dunk and they have to go through you to do it, you're going to stop them dead in their tracks, and you're going to get a really great contest on that shot. Now take a look at this right here. He's going to get good positioning and go for the standing dunk, but since he has to go through me to be able to get that animation to activate, immovable enforcer pops up and completely stops that animation from happening. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, this badge is an S tier badge in this game. It works in the paint, it works on the perimeter, it's great for bigs, it's great for guards. Anytime somebody makes contact with you when trying to go through you to get to the basket or just to get past you in general, you're going to be able to stonewall them and stop that from happening. And look at this, it even works on the perimeter right here. I'm switching onto the guard and we're just getting bumpy with him. We're forcing him to pull the ball up and we're just playing really good defense. But now let's talk about bulldozer. Now look at this, we're just running right through people, right past them and getting to the easy bucket. But as you see in the top right hand of the screen, bulldozer is not activating, but it does right here though. It's just kind of weird. So you know the badge works, you know it activates, you know it works on the perimeter, but sometimes it doesn't. And that's because even with that badge, there's going to be a lot of times where you just simply get blow-bys because you have high strength, even though the bulldozer badge is not activating. I wouldn't really say that the bulldozer badge is super great and it's super worth the investment. However, it is a very nice accessory badge to have and allows you to do things easier, especially as a big when people are playing you super high. If somebody's playing me high in the corner, I could just kind of run straight through them, which allows me to get easier positioning in the post. So it kind of has some level of use to it, but I think the better badge of the two is a movable enforcer on Hall of Fame. I genuinely think that is one of the best big man badges to have, and I totally think it is worth it to upgrade your strength super high on bigs this year, especially even if you go all the way up to 96 to get those badges on Hall of Fame. So now this build is complete. You're going to come out of the My Player Builder and get the player comparisons of Miles Turner, Wendell Carter Jr., and DeAndre Ayton, and you're going to get the build name 3 level threat. Now that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video, and you're going to see this build in a lot of more gameplay videos coming up soon. We're going to do videos about immovable enforcer, bulldozer. We're also going to have a video coming up very soon with a bunch of content creators where we take 5 centers into the rec center, and I hope you guys stick around for that one, but it's going to be really fun. Make sure you guys subscribe and all that, whatever. Bye!